Welcome to AlexGs Aquarium, everybody. Today we're going to have another update on the 1600 gallon system. And I just went by my local fish store, Reef Plus, and picked up an order that I put in. And no, this is not fish, and no, it's not corals. It's something that's almost better in my opinion. I have live rock and live sand here. I went ahead and I got live rock and live sand for these tanks because I wanted to seed some of this life. And I didn't get a lot of it. I got 50 pounds of live sand, about 60 pounds of live rock. And I want to seed the live rock into my 150 gallon refugium, allow that life to start spreading. The live sand I am going to put directly in the 480 gallon reef because I want to start to spread some of that life in there and get that sand bed populated with life, because I think it's very beneficial to have a very good and active live sand bed in order to help maintain it over time. Now, this live rock is from the Gulf of Mexico. It just got collected out of the Gulf just a few days ago, and I actually just went down to the airport with them to go pick it up so I can get my boxes directly with it and get them home as quickly as I can. I don't want to hold this up anymore. We're going to go ahead, go into the fish room now, and we're going to unbox this live rock on camera, take a look at it, see what kind of fun life we have going on in there. And then once we get that done, we're going to go ahead and get the live sand introduced into the 480 gallon tank. Let's go back there and get this process started. First thing we want to do, I'm going to let you guys see all this rock. I've gone ahead and opened this box here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. You can see the live rock's packed pretty nice. It's got some paper towel loaded up in there. A lot of moisture in it though, which is good. Let's see what we got in here. Well, it smells like the ocean in a good way. Wow. Just even looking on here, I could see all kinds of life crawling around. I think what we're going to do is save those paper towels, see if anything comes off of them. Wow. Some beautiful looking stuff here. Got some great macro algae on it. I see some good sponges on here. It smells pretty fresh. It doesn't have any kind of real heavy rotting smell to it. Oh, this is really looking nice. It's a monster here. Wow. Big rocks here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, put this into the tank real quick. Put this on the side for now. Probably going to dump most of this water in just to get some of these little worms going in here. Alright, let's see what's in here. That's another beautiful looking box of rock here. It's chock full of life here, all kinds of macroalgae I could see on here. Get some brown macros, Halimita of course. See some different kinds of sponges, the tunicates on here as well. Put this in right away. Just some beautiful stuff here. Sorry, this is one of my favorite parts here, is just looking to see all the little things that are crawling around in here. It's just so cool to see live rock in this tank finally. For the live rock in the tank now, I'm going to go ahead and shift gears a little bit. We're going to get the live sand that I got also put into this tank. I'll go ahead and open this box up, take a look at it real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get that into the 480 gallon reef tank. Alright, here's the last box. This is the live sand. Well, that looks pretty cool. It's still got water in it. Let's see what it smells like. I'm interested to see if this has a really fresh smell or if it has a really foul smell. I'm really interested to know. It actually smells pretty good. There's no real, there's not any kind of bad odor to it. That's a good sign. Just looking at it, it's quite a bit in the way of size in here and variance, so it's good. Don't really see any critters necessarily flopping around yet, but that's what we really want to find out, what we got going on in here. I'm going to go ahead, rearrange the camera for this sand, and then we're going to go ahead and put it into the 480 gallon tank and maybe spread it around just a little bit just to get it kind of moved around a bit, and we'll see what it looks like. Got the sand prepped now. I'm going to go ahead and lower the bag in, and I'm just going to put it into the center area of the tank here with this sand, since it's a pretty big area of sand, and it's going to kind of slowly dump it out here, let it spread out. I'm going to spread it out further later on, but initially I just kind of want to put it in place and not do a ton of disturbance with it. I don't want to kick it up too heavy. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Now, as I kind of expected, it turned the tank into a big giant dust bowl. That's okay though. I'm going to go ahead and spread it out a bit. That way any of the life that's kind of in the middle of the sand is not buried under several inches of it. If I spread it out, it'll hopefully be able to kind of come to the surface a little easier. And we'll see ultimately what we have in here. Just went ahead and put the rock in. You can see it's covered in all kinds of different calcareous macroalgae. I see at least one species of chlorophon here, some different brown macros, some red macros. There's definitely a lot of good variety in here, and a lot of good coralline coverage. I think it's going to take a few days here to kind of see what happens. That little urchin I put in, just barely hanging on, see if it makes a recovery here. Overall though, I saw a lot of little crabs and worms in the bag, which I happily put back into the system. It's been a day now since I put the live rock into the 150 gallon refuge tank behind me and the live sand in my 480 gallon tank. I gotta say, I was really impressed with the amount of life that was in this rock just from opening it up. One of the things I always enjoyed when I worked in local fish stores was getting live rock shipments in, mainly just Fiji rock, but opening those boxes, sorting through all the rock, and I used to sort through the boxes to try and find things that were alive in there too. Unfortunately, most of it would be long dead before it would get to us. Sometimes that rock would have a pretty foul smell to it in some cases. I gotta say though, this rock, there was a little bit of die-off. When I looked in the bottom of the bags, which I didn't show on camera, there was all kinds of little life. I saw little amphipons and copepons swimming around. I saw some little tiny crabs and some brittle stars. I went ahead and I just scooped all that stuff up and I just dumped it into that refuge tank and said, you know what, we're going to put it in here, we're going to let it go. And hopefully it'll go to spread life throughout all the tanks in this system. The live sand, I have been watching it a little bit. And I haven't noticed any direct life in it yet, just a couple signs of it, kind of sorting things through. Nothing really visual yet, but again, I need to give this time. I'm getting kind of anxious to go, where's all the creepy crawlies in here? I want to see them, but I understand I need to give it time. Probably going to let it sit for a few more days and then start to kind of spread it around the tank a little bit, give it a chance to, you know, blend in with the rest of the sand, just kind of even out the thickness of the sand bed. Some of the bigger shells, I think, as well, that have come in with this sand, I'm going to move those into an area I expect to have higher flow in. Definitely more to come on this, though. I'm going to get another update out in the next few weeks. Some of the other things I'm working on, I have started to do a few modifications to the protein skimmer. I did manage to get a little bit of skimmate in the cup without doing any modifications, just how it was in the last video where I talked about it, but I felt it was kind of time to do a little bit of modification. So we'll see how those go in the next few weeks. I'm going to be making a video on DIY needle wheel impeller soon, so stay tuned on that. And I'm probably going to get more copepods and amphipods in potentially for this system, just to help speed up the process of seeding that light. Stay tuned, there's a lot of stuff to come. Of course, if you liked today's video, go ahead, give me that thumbs up, let me know I'm doing a good job. If you didn't like today's video, go ahead and give me a thumbs down, that's okay too. Of course, if you want to see more on the 1600 gallon system, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I put out a video at least once a week and try to keep my content fresh. And always look for ideas too, so as always, if you have a comment or question on today's video, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. I really enjoy interacting with the community, and I can't wait to hear everyone's comments and questions on today's topic. As always, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.